Hello and welcome to Blanca's Fashion Studio, where we give all the freest haircuts for no charge.
Over the past few days, week or so, as we've been trying to get caught up, I haven't done much of the working out stuff in the vlog just because we've been combining days and trying to edit things, so it's just the most interesting parts of stuff shows up. So in doing that, I've decided I'm going to try and keep the daily workout in the vlog, but I'm going to keep it short. Today, I had been considering pulling the weights out. I really would like to start working with them again soon, but I think I'm going to stay with bodyweight movement a little while longer. And so today I would really like to do some core work, just something basic. I was going to do lunges today as well, but we just had to talk about time because today is pretty packed full, and I can either choose between doing lunges and getting a haircut, and I really want a haircut. I don't know if you can, I don't know, it doesn't look as bad on the camera as it feels like when I go into like do it, but nothing wants to, it's all too long and nothing wants to stay in the right spot. So, we're going to do a haircut. In other news, Natalie finally put on a shirt this morning when she needed to take a picture with her and the baby to send to her family. And since she's going to do my hair and we're going to be vlogging today, she's finally putting on pants.
You're welcome.
Hello and welcome to Blanca's Fashion Studio, where we give all the freest haircuts for no charge. We will show you our tools of choice. Today we will be cutting the hair with scissors and with clippers, and hopefully not too much blood.
This is the before clip. See how long and difficult to manage this hair looks like? Well, by trying Blanca's Cafe?
Blanca's Studio.
Is that what you said? Oh, Blanca's Studio. I thought I was getting a haircut at Blanca's Cafe for a second. I was really confused. I mean, I heard the wrong word. See how bad this is? I don't know if you can see my curly cues in the back, but it's horrible. I'm hoping that Blanca will be able to fix it. You can't tell yet, but that looks so much better. Look at that. It'll take like 2 days where it just kind of wants to everywhere, because that's what my hair does, and then it'll be nice and easy to work again. Maybe I'll look like a real person, not a hobo sometimes. Natalie just said what may be the single most mom thing I've ever heard come out of her mouth. You wanna know what it was? She said, she touched Tib's hands over here, and she said, "Oh, your hands are cold? Let's put your pants back on."
I didn't even realize that.
Doesn't that sound like a mom thing? That's like when I was a kid and my mom would be like, "Ooh, I'm really cold, you better put a coat on before you go outside." And I'd be like, "If you're cold, shouldn't you put a coat on before I go outside?" Welcome to Sylver Studio Sessions, where I take you behind the scenes of my part of the process of writing, recording, producing a new single for SylverandZeus. So we'll be starting here at the keyboard. I know a lot of people like to show the production process from actually in the production suite, and I know I'm a little bit odd for that, but this is where my brain tends to think about music. And so it's a little bit easier for me. We will eventually get into an actual working in a DAW and how we do that. But for now, we're going to start here, and we're going to be looking today at chords. I have a hard time writing a melody that I feel like is really good if I don't know what the chords are. The chords give you the feeling for the song. And I know a lot of artists out there like to just look up, oh, this is a popular chord progression. I usually start playing with chords. I quite often will have an idea for a song before I hit the chords, but when it comes time to sit down and really start working on it, that's where I start 80% of the time. Occasionally there will be some really great idea that I'll have that will come first. I'll be like, oh, I really want to do this with my percussion. I'll start working on that. But even when that happens, I tend to start working on chords very quickly afterwards. The way this is going to work is we're going to write a new song, and each week we're going to add layers and fill it out a little bit more, and I'm going to show you the process of how we do that. Alright, so I've got a pretty good idea of what I want out of this song. I've got an idea that I think would be fun to play with. What I hear in my head, I think we're going to keep it in the key of C, which means just all white keys. We'll keep this really simple for now. I just think that's the easiest way to start out since I'm new to this. I apologize if you hear my child crying in the other room. I promise Nat isn't pinching him. I start with the bottom note first, usually build chords from the bottom up. So I'm going to just start with C. And then sometimes I'll start just experimenting. I'll start choosing intervals and say, okay, we're going to come up. I am pretty sure I want an F here. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing in my head. So then I think we're going to add in an octave. Is that right? Maybe that's not what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing right there. So boom, C, F, C, E. So that's going to be our first chord. Now, my fingering's wrong. I'm just playing with how I'm mainly paying attention to the sound. So if I actually eventually need to learn to play this on stage, and I try and keep that in mind that I may be playing some of this on stage at some point, then I'll focus more on like the technique. Right now I'm focusing more on what I'm hearing. So we have, I think it was C, F, C, E. That's our first chord. My second chord, what I'm hearing, I know starts on a G, pretty sure, G. I think that's a C that I'm hearing. I think that's the chord, but it's missing something. We'll put in the G. That's the exact same set of intervals we used for our first chord. So, and I do that a lot where I'll say, I hear this set of intervals. I'm going to use those intervals on a chord later in the progression or several chords later in the progression. So we have here, and then we come down to here. Now I'm not sure completely where I want to go next, but with that I can already hear my bass line. So right now for the bass line we have C, then we come up to G, that's right, yeah, C, G. So next we're going to drop down to A, F. Is that just a little bit like Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Oh well, even if it is, it's going to get lost in the mix. Haven't even finished writing chords, I'm already playing with other stuff. So we're going to go to the A. We're going to start here. I'm not completely sure what. I hear kind of where it's going, but I know it's not the same interval, so sometimes I do this. No, that's not it. I think that's what I'm hearing. Usually I'm pretty good at telling, oh, I need this note and this note. Sometimes I have to plunk it out and see what it is that actually matches. So I think that's a... No, that's not it. Is it? That's it right there. So it's the A, the E, the C, and the D. That's going to be our third chord. We're going down to the F, F, C, F, C, G, E, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm... So here are the finished chords. If it's not perfect, it's because, well, I've spent about 5 minutes here, and I've never played them before. So, we have... Tune back in next week, and we will be taking these chords and progressing the song a little bit further. We'll be writing a few arpeggios and things like that, then we'll layer it on, and we'll actually have a little bit of something that you can listen to. We'll print it out, and you'll be able to hear how we start layering sounds to make everything fit together well. Thank you for watching me today. As I was editing today, I realized that the song needs maybe a little bit more of a preview. I played through the chords a little bit, but what I've done is I've gone and dropped it into Our DAW, and I just put it in a basic preset, one that I think will probably either be used in the song or will be modified to be used in the song. I've got a couple ideas there, so I'm not really getting into sound design right now, but I usually very early on choose just a couple basic sounds. I might change them later. I'll probably at least modify them later. What I've gone ahead and done is I've just written those chords into Our DAW. I've printed them out, and you can listen to it now as the video ends. Each Saturday, I'm going to take whatever we've written that Saturday and preview it at the very end of the vlog as the vlog is ending and credits are rolling and things like that. So you can hear that now. Thank you for watching today, and we'll see you tomorrow.